Sarah, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us. To start with, what is Orchid Events?
Orchid Events is a bespoke, tailor-made, one-to-one wedding planning service. We will organise a wedding for a bride and groom, take the whole headache of organising a wedding away from the bride and groom and take it upon ourselves, and hopefully make it a stress-free and really enjoyable planning process.
So why have you chosen to meet here today in this rather gorgeous hotel?
This is a beautiful hotel. This is the Renaissance Chancery Court Hotel. We're currently sitting in a stunning restaurant, which is the Pearl Restaurant. As you can see, beautiful pearls all around us here. It's absolutely breathtaking. Very popular wedding venue, and it's somewhere I work a lot. As soon as a bride and groom walk in here, they're immediately blown away by how beautiful it is in here.
So I imagine you have to be rather organised.
You have to be very, very organised. How we work is once we've met the client, we have what we call our Orchid briefing form. And this form we go through in detail with the clients, and it highlights the whole feel of the wedding that they're after, where they want to get married, how many people they want to come, do they need accommodation for the guests coming, are there any guests from overseas coming, catering requirements, musical requirements, etc. Once we've done all of that, we do what we call our venue proposal, which is a lovely PowerPoint presentation where we hand-pick some venues that we think will tick all the boxes for the bride and groom.
For the couple that have a hectic lifestyle, how does Orchid make it all easier?
We have a really good online planning tool so that every bride and groom has their own username and password. So wherever they are in the world, or whatever time it is, they can log on with their own username and password, and there they go straight into their own planner. And it's divided into budget, which outlines all the different elements of the wedding, from catering, florist, photographer, etc., with a mention of how much they've spent and what they owe. Then there's the guest list, which outlines all the names of the guests, the addresses of all the guests, who's coming, who's not coming, any dietary requirements they may have, etc. Then we have the calendar, which highlights any appointments that are coming up with florists, photographers, etc. So it's all there on one site.
Do you think that the kind of association with a wedding planner is still for the rich and famous?
No, I don't think so. I think it definitely used to be, but I think not now. I think that people work hard, they work long hours and don't have time. It is a full-time job to organise a wedding. It's a bit like moving house. It's very hard to do it all by yourself. So to have some help is it's becoming more and more essential, I think, in day-to-day life. The busier we get with our own lives, work, personal things, the more useful I think it's become.
So tell me about planning weddings abroad.
I love working in Italy, and we do a lot of work in Italy. In fact, I have a young bride and groom who would like to get married in Sicily, though they're not familiar with Sicily. I'm flying off there next week to choose a venue for the client because they're too busy here. They work long hours, they're moving house, and they don't have time. So there's a lot of trust that comes into play in my relationship with the bride and groom. So I'm going next week to choose a venue, to meet the florist, the photographer, the caterer, and all the other various people that are involved in the wedding.
So logistically, is it difficult organising a wedding abroad?
It is difficult organising a wedding abroad. I've got used to it now and its experience, having a really fabulous portfolio of contacts and suppliers. I'm fortunate enough to now having been doing this for several years now. And because I have that tool, it's not as difficult as it might have been. Certainly without a planner, I think it would be something very difficult for a bride and grooms to do alone.
Is it quite complicated for you to create that sort of ultimate relaxed atmosphere?
I think the secret to creating the relaxed atmosphere is to take away the stress and strains away from the bride and groom, give them 100% confidence that they have nothing to worry about at all, and that they just need to take off their watch that day, leave all the worrying to me, and just enjoy it. And I think once all the guests can see how relaxed and over the moon the bride and groom are, it takes the edge off.